So I promised a video on this bracelet, and as you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful bracelet made from 18 karat gold and paillonné enamel. And the paillonné enamel means that there's a layer of gold leaf, and then the enamel gets painted on top. So it's got this wonderful iridescent sheen. And the reason why I wanted to do a video on this bracelet is because, of course, it is a Schlumberger design. It's a Croisillon bracelet. But it's quite curious because it's not stamped Tiffany & Co. or Schlumberger. Now, we've had this bracelet taken apart in our workshop, and it's made in exactly the same way as these bracelets were made in France, and it's stamped with French hallmarks, and yet it's not signed. So there's a mystery here, and we don't know the answer. We definitely cannot sell it as Tiffany, but these bracelets are so precisely made that it would be a shock if it hadn't been made in the Schlumberger studios, and then which was situated in Paris. And then we have the enameling that was done in the Pyrenees under a guy called Yves Béraud. So these bracelets were made in Paris, and then they were taken to a workshop deep in the Pyrenees. And so I don't know, but for my money, this was made in the studio and enameled in the Schlumberger workshops, but it's not signed. So it's going to be a lot cheaper than if it were signed, and it has exactly the same quality and workmanship. So if you like to get the look but for a lot less money, these are currently retailing, I think, at around $53,000 or £52,000, and second-hand signed pieces are around £25,000, and this bracelet will be a fraction of that, and yet it looks exactly the same. So, and it's probably a good few years old. They started making these in, I think, 1960. It's not a recently made piece. It's very difficult to date, but it could be 30 years old, 40 years old, something like that. So yeah, if you'd like an unsigned Croisillon bracelet that was probably made in the workshop and has a little bit of an air of mystery, then this is your guy.